I finally made it to the mountains after spending so much time in Switzerland this year. We started our drive in Zurich. It took us about 4 hours to drive to Saas-Fee, which is the place we were staying at. It was the absolute best road trip to get there. It was so beautiful to drive through the valleys and mountains, and I had never been to this part of Switzerland before, so naturally I was super excited. I don't know what it is about small mountain towns that immediately makes me feel at home. It felt so cozy and peaceful here, and honestly, spending a couple weeks away from the hustle and bustle of the city was exactly what I needed. Since we arrived during shoulder season, there weren't a lot of other tourists around, and it felt like we had the whole place to ourselves. One thing I found particularly great is that all overnight stays include free access to the cable cars and gondolas of the entire area. So during our whole stay, we were able to go up and down the mountains whenever and as often as we wanted, and we definitely took advantage of that because we knew how expensive the cable cars usually are. And while we obviously did enjoy hiking, sometimes we even just went up to have lunch with a view in one of the mountain restaurants or go for a short walk in the snow. Stepping out the door and immediately being surrounded by a landscape that looked like it was out of a fairy tale was definitely my favorite part of this trip. I enjoyed being outside every day, and the fact that we were so far away from everything else made it feel even more relaxing. Eating out in restaurants is obviously a bit pricey in Switzerland, particularly in the touristy places, so we decided to cook most of our meals at home, and honestly it was great fun. I can highly recommend this area if you're planning to come to Switzerland. There is so much to do and explore, especially if you're outdoorsy. You don't even need to be super sporty. If you're not into 5-hour hikes or mountain biking, there are still plenty of other activities you can do. There's a zipline park, there's a mountain coaster, they even have a thermal spa, and of course, eating insanely good chocolate does not require any specific skills. We were pretty lucky with the weather. Most of the time it was warm and sunny, and even though we had some rainy days during our stay, I honestly didn't mind. I found it interesting to go up the mountains in a cable car during bad weather as well, and a lot of times we went up there just to have dessert and play cards in a restaurant. There's fun things to do no matter the weather, and we even discovered a cinema that was turned into a public viewing spot for soccer games. This was such a fun adventure, and I'm so glad I got to experience this place. I think I should go on at least one mountain getaway every year from now. I hope this video gave you some inspiration if you're thinking about going to Switzerland as well.